I always enjoy talking to certain clients, but occasionally they get confused. One of my old clients called me up and said, I really need you to look at this. So we started investigating what's happening, and they were doing really well, and they were doing everything that they should. And then all of a sudden, they took a left turn. Looking at their digital marketing, all of a sudden, what was working wasn't working anymore. The numbers were going down. The interest rates were going down. All of the metrics that we talk about on a regular basis kind of disappeared. We started looking at what happened there. And really what had happened was they decided to bring their online marketing and the digital marketing in-house. They sent a couple of people that were good graphic artists out to take a course. And he says, well, I had them take the Google course. How hard could it be? And the real difference is how much time and effort you're putting into the digital marketing and how many different instances you have. I have the unique ability to be working with multiple people in multiple different areas. So I can see what trends are working in the digital market, but also what trends are working in different industries and be able to cross-pollinate. And the first minute we looked there, they had created this one idea that they duplicated since 2019. And they continued to use it, and they didn't understand why it hadn't continued to work. They figured if it started once, it would always work. But our markets change, and our customers' interests change, and our customers' ideas change. And the more that you can spend time understanding them, as well as getting a broader view. So instead of bringing you all in-house and saving some money, which they did in the short term, they started to have market erosion, and they started to have customers not coming back. So they saved money in the short term, but lost money in the long term. Their team is capable of amazing digital results. They just need the right guidance. The gap between good and great digital marketing isn't talent. It's having expert leadership that knows how to maximize your team's potential. Companies that add digital expert into leadership see higher campaign performance, better team productivity, and create substantial competitive advantage. One of the challenges here is that you may not be big enough to be able to keep that much of a professional team around. Therefore, if you have someone who's fractional, who's in your company as well as multiple other ones, being able to bring information in, learn about the trends, as well as having different examples. The advantage is if you just do one thing all the time, you get very myopic. And if you bring someone in who can look at each one of those and lead the team and make sure they're moving in the right direction and encourage the creativity, you'll start to see a much more effective digital strategy. If you're a large company, yeah, maybe it makes sense to have a small team. But if you're a small company and having one digital creator that is supposed to do the creation, come up with the ideas, post it, and manage the process, you're asking an individual to do multiple creative tasks. One of the things I talk about is you hire for a task, not the title. It's one of my 10 rules. If you're interested in the other ones, go click the link below and you'll get 10 rules that I've learned over the last 20 years on the best ways to build a business. And many people will expect the digital person or the social media person to do all of those jobs, where that may not be their strong point. Most of the time, I find that the creative people, they're creative. They're very creative, but understanding the way digital market works and how you interact and how you deal with the customer experience and how you deal with the customer escalation, all of those things are too much for one individual person to do. And they may be so focused on getting out product on a regular basis because they've read somewhere that they need to get product out every day or every other day. They're so focused on that, they can't be creative. They can't see the higher level. So bringing someone in to look at that so that the expertise of your digital marketing increases over a period of time. Someone who's done it multiple times for many years in many different situations is able to bring in and see issues and point to things that may or may not be your problem. So what I'd love you to do is I'd love you to take a look and see how much experience your digital team has. Is there abilities there that are good, but there seem to be the same thing over and over again? What is your digital team experimenting with? What are you giving them the opportunity to look at and figure out what else they could do? What ideas are they bringing to the table? What research are they using to make sure that they're always on brand? Or are you just getting a report that says we're growing or we're not growing? And a lack of digital expertise will hurt the company in the short run and the long run. It may save some money in the short run, but in the long run, it gets very expensive because the Digital market is always growing and people are always looking for you to stay on the same brand, to give them value before they buy. And if all of a sudden, if the sales start compressing and you just start asking them to buy, they're going to start pulling back. And that digital expertise needs to come in and say, what value are you creating? What value have you possessed? Sometimes it's not in the value creation, it's the timing and how it's done. All of those, if you have someone look at it, makes a difference. And many, many people fall into the trap of just expecting that it's digital and someone who's a digital expert can do all of it. In all reality, it doesn't quite work like that. In many ways, what I'd like you to do then is to take a look at everything else that you're doing to support that digital process. Because sometimes it is not only the digital process, but all the things supporting it that's slowing it up and making it do. Taking a look at those two things will actually change your business on a regular basis. Focusing on those and making sure you've got the right people and the right expertise, because the market always changes. We don't do any Facebook ads whatsoever. We don't do any Facebook ad buying whatsoever, only because it changes so regularly. And we do not have enough volume to be watching 15, 20, 30 different products to see what's working in each one of those and bring it over. It's just something we don't have the expertise to do. And if you have someone who says they can do it all and they're not, a massive ad company, then you start to have to question if they have enough digital presence to do it. So take a look at what you're seeing and seeing if an audit or something like that may help you in your digital presence. What I'd love you to do is I'd love you to continue this conversation by telling me your favorite part of the digital product. What lack of expertise has held you back, or lack of expertise have you seen being held back in the digital market? Let's continue the conversation. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks for tuning into today's episode on the strategy session, where we take your business from stuck to unstoppable. Here's another video I think you'd enjoy. If you found these insights valuable, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest videos. Want to transform your business with expert strategies? Schedule your strategy session today by clicking the link in the description below. Remember, you're not just marketing, you're making history with Venture Gained. See you in the next video.